Have you ever wondered whether love is truly something we find or something that finds us? Can two strangers, chosen for each other by others, truly fall in love, stay committed, and grow spiritually together? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're unraveling the ancient, complex, and deeply spiritual mystery of arranged marriage, a tradition often misunderstood, yet more relevant than ever in today's interconnected world. In an age where dating apps dominate and personal freedom is emphasized, why do millions still embrace arranged marriage? Is it a cultural obligation, or could it be something more, a divine orchestration guided by karmic blueprints, cosmic forces, and soul contracts? This episode isn't about taking sides, it's about peeling back the layers. We'll explore arranged marriage not just as a cultural artifact, but as a spiritual phenomenon, one that challenges modern assumptions about love, compatibility, and destiny. We'll also investigate the age-old question: are these unions the result of mere chance, or do they reflect something far deeper woven into the fabric of our lives? Let's begin with the truth. Arranged marriage has never really disappeared. In 2025, it remains a global reality, not just in rural villages or traditional households, but among educated, urban, modern individuals. And while the Western narrative often paints arranged marriage as oppressive or outdated, the reality is far more nuanced. Historically, marriage wasn't always about romantic love. In fact, for much of human history, it was a strategic alliance. Families came together to strengthen bonds, preserve wealth, or secure peace. These arrangements weren't necessarily cold or loveless. Any turned into partnerships filled with respect, trust, and eventually, love. The idea that love must precede marriage is a relatively recent Western invention, and not a universal truth. Today, millions of couples around the world choose or agree to have their partners selected with the help of family, community, or even spiritual guidance. And surprisingly to some, many of these marriages thrive. Divorce rates in certain cultures where arranged marriage is still practiced are often lower than in countries where love marriages are the norm. Part of the answer lies in expectations. In a love marriage, passion often burns bright at the start and fades over time. In arranged marriage, love is something that is built. There is a shared understanding from day one. This is a commitment, and both individuals are invested in making it work. That foundation can be incredibly powerful. But there's another layer, one that goes beyond psychology and culture. It's the spiritual dimension of arranged marriage, the idea that behind the apparent pragmatism lies a deeper, cosmic intelligence at play. Enter the concept of samskaras, the spiritual imprints or karmic traces carried by each soul across lifetimes. These imprints shape our desires, tendencies, and choices, including who we are drawn to and who enters our lives. In this view, marriage isn't simply a social agreement. It's a meeting of energies, a crossing of soul paths that may have been predetermined long before this life began. Even in arranged marriages, perhaps especially in them, this karmic resonance can be felt. There are countless stories of couples who met through family arrangements and felt an immediate, inexplicable bond, as though their souls recognized each other, even if their minds didn't. They speak of an ease, a familiarity, a shared vibration that goes beyond background, education, or interests. One woman described meeting her arranged partner as stepping into a memory she didn't know she had. Another man shared that although he barely spoke to his fiancée before the engagement, on their wedding day he felt completely at peace, as if something had finally clicked into place. These are not rare anecdotes, they're echoes of something mysterious, something often dismissed by rational minds, but deeply felt by hearts. This brings us to the idea of soul contracts, the belief that before incarnating, souls agree to meet, support, and challenge each other in specific ways. These contracts might manifest as partnerships that feel meant to be, even if they arise through seemingly mundane circumstances like a matchmaking aunt or a dating algorithm. The delivery system may vary, but the deeper script remains the same. And in many arranged marriages, this soul contract becomes visible not in the fireworks of early romance, but in the steady flame of mutual evolution. Couples report growing together, discovering parts of themselves through each other, confronting shadows, and becoming more whole, not in spite of the arrangement, but because of it. Ancient cultures understood this. They didn't leave these matches entirely to chance. In India, for instance, Vedic astrology has long played a crucial role in arranged marriages. Families consult astrologers who analyze birth charts to assess compatibility. This isn't just superstition, it's a complex science rooted in the belief that planetary alignments reflect soul journeys. The moment of your birth captures the cosmic snapshot of your energy, and comparing that to another's can reveal the potential harmony or friction between you. Whether or not one believes in astrology, there's something profound in the idea that relationships can be attuned to cosmic rhythms, and when two people are brought together not just by preference but by energetic alignment, the result can be deeply harmonious or catalytically transformative. Of course, it's not always seamless. Arranged marriages, like any others, come with challenges, but these challenges often serve a purpose to help both partners evolve. Many traditions, marriage is seen as a spiritual path, a journey of self-purification, surrender, and growth. Your partner becomes both your mirror and your teacher, and in arranged marriages, this dynamic is often intensified by the very fact that love must be built, not assumed. The modern face of arranged marriage, however, is not what it once was. Gone are the days of blind matches and total submission. Today, especially among younger generations, arranged marriage is evolving into a collaborative process. Families may still introduce potential matches, but individuals are more involved than ever. They meet, talk, date, and decide. It's no longer about coercion. It's about conscious choice within a traditional framework. Platforms now exist where young people can filter preferences while still honoring cultural values. Technology meets tradition. One woman might swipe through profiles on a matrimonial app curated by her parents. A man might attend a family-arranged speed dating event that still gives him the final say. It's a dynamic blend of the old and the new, intuition and analysis, family and individuality, karma and compatibility. This dual approach has led to many successful unions. Some couples who meet through modern arranged means often find that the mix of familial support and personal connection provides a strong foundation. They feel seen, not only by their partner, but by their community. This adds a layer of accountability, and in many cases, resilience. Still, there are those who say it's all coincidence, that love can be found anywhere, arranged or otherwise, and that's valid. Not every arranged marriage is successful. Not every soul contract is honored. Free will plays a role. People change, us diverge. But what remains fascinating is how often these random introductions add to life-changing, soul-expanding partnerships. So what are we really looking at here? Are these unions purely cultural artifacts maintained out of tradition? Or are they doorways, orchestrated by the universe, guided by unseen hands, offering souls the exact experiences they need to grow? Maybe it's both. Maybe the reason arranged marriage persists and even thrives is because it reflects a deeper truth that we are not as in control of love as we think, that sometimes what we resist or fear the most is exactly what our soul has been calling in, and that love, in all its forms, arrives not when we demand it, but when we are ready to receive the lesson it brings. Whether through dating apps or divine maps, whether by personal choice or parental guidance, the essence of partnership remains the same: to support, challenge, reflect, and grow with another human being, to see and be seen, to learn and unlearn, to journey home, not just to each other, but to ourselves. As you reflect on your own path, ask yourself, what patterns have you seen in your relationships? Have you ever met someone through seemingly ordinary means, only to realize their impact on you was anything but ordinary? Do you believe that the people in your life were meant to be there, not by chance, but by cosmic design? I invite you to share your story, whether you're in an arranged marriage, considering one, or simply curious about the unseen forces guiding human connection. Your voice matters. This is a space to explore, to question, and to expand. If this conversation resonated with you, consider subscribing, liking, and leaving a comment. Your engagement helps us dive deeper into the mysteries of love, karma, and spiritual growth. And remember, whatever form your relationship takes, the journey of partnership is never just about two people. It's about evolution, expansion, and the eternal dance of souls. Stay curious, stay open, and trust that love, in whatever form it comes, is never an accident. It is always an invitation.